Greetings, friends. Welcome back to the Nerd Alchemist YouTube channel for another trailer reaction. This morning, we'll be entering a toy store and our past, which is a doorway to our future, with the sci-fi series Chucky. So, guys, as always, please hit subscribe down below. Join us here on the Nerd Alchemist for all the fun stuff that's coming, and the Film Alchemist podcast, Long Box Sessions podcast, all the good stuff that you like is here on Nerd Alchemist. All right, guys. So I have thoughts on the Child's Play TV show, which is named Chucky. I have not watched this trailer yet. As I understand it, it is a teaser trailer. So I am on Sci-Fi Channel's YouTube page for the Chucky official trailer 1, coming 2021 Sci-Fi and USA Network, a split network TV release. In the age of streaming, who knows, man? I'm on record. I actually liked the newest remake of Child's Play probably a lot more than most. I thought it was a fun kind of new wrinkle. Do I think the evil AI trying to play a game with us is as fun as a spiritually removed and replanted serial killer soul? No, absolutely not. But I did think the new Child's Play was a really fun addition to the series. I think it's weird because we have Don Mancini, I think, is the guy behind Child's Play, right? If I remember the name correctly. I'm not great with names. He still was making Child's Play movies, right? So he made Curse and Cult of Chucky, which were but not bad. I mean, they were fun. Then you had the Child's Play remake without him being involved. Now we have this Chucky TV show. There is a glut of Chucky. And I think this is the important next step. If we're not going to do Bradley Dorff and we're not going to do, the Charles Lee Ray, I believe is the serial killer's name. If we're not doing this, there is a question of what is the value of the IP? When we're moving forward, what are we going to do? And I think a TV series is probably the weirdest decision you can make for Chucky. So I'm excited to check out this trailer, and then we'll talk afterwards, see what we think. So here we go. Chucky, official trailer 1 on Sci-Fi's YouTube page. Starting in 3, 2, 1. 2020, of course. Like the music. That is a janky-ass looking toy. Oh, this is like a pawn shop. This isn't a toy store. There must be a lot of sad-ass kids in this town. An old friend. Chunky! Are those Christmas trees on the front door? An evil too great. To play on just one network. Come on, dude. That's some straight up nonsense. That laugh was cool, though. All right. Jesus. Okay, so I knew it was just going to be a teaser, so I knew we weren't going to see shit. I gotta say, though, if you're going to do a teaser and your plan is to show us some Chucky, man, that's fucking weak. Don't have him just standing there like he's on an album cover with a knife. Why didn't he emerge from amongst the toy shelf? Why didn't we see Chucky's face and then see a child's hand reaching for him to start the horror again? I gotta say, that was fucking weak. Although, I will say this. I'm still in on the series. I really love Child's Play. It was one of those movies. I had a very derelict father who used to let us watch TNT Monster Vision and all kinds of stuff when we were way too young. And at around 5 years old, my dad dropped Child's Play in for us and ruined me for years. I had to run up to my aunt's room crying to watch Puff the Magic Dragon just to settle down enough to exist. So Child's Play is scarred into my mind and has always been wildly important to me. The question I have is, why a TV series? If they're doing a TV series, I'm assuming that means we're definitely doing the replanted serial killer soul, right? So you could do this show kind of like how Fox did The Exorcist, or something like Fallen even, like maybe the serial killer's jumping from place to place. It seems odd that you could have Chucky in a family's home for 12 episodes and have all those people die without someone being like, hey, this is a wildly unsafe place for a child, or maybe you're a bad mom, or maybe we should take this kid into protective custody. Maybe I just listed episodes 4, 5, and 7. Who knows? I don't really see how they're going to stretch this out. In a perfect world, right? Well, perfect world as my mind sees it. Since this is a pawn shop, what I think would be fun is if Chucky keeps getting purchased, goes home, kills grandma, and brought back to the pawn shop. So every week is a new person getting the Chucky doll and having to deal with, wow, this doll loves to fucking murder. Gross. We don't like having these dead bodies everywhere. Back to the pawn shop. So I'm guessing that the season 1 of this will have to be built on detectives are chasing a gnarly serial killer, right? Charles Lee Ray. He has now jumped into the body of this toy. There will be a crime near the end of the first or second episode, and the detective will be having his coffee and donut. Absolute Triple H spit take, right? And he'll be like, oh my God, that's exactly how Charles Lee Ray did it. So he'll be clued in. The mom and the son will start to, realize that there are a lot of dead bodies piling up. Like, oh, the old lady we say hi to every day as we walk our dog. There she is, just murdered with a ruler, and she has tiny bloody handprints all over her. Strange. And that'll start happening all the time, and it'll be this race against the clock. Can you do that for 12 episodes? Maybe. I mean, I think Child Play did it really successfully in a handful of movies, which are 1.5 to 2 hours. So now multiply that by 5 to 6. Do you have enough content for a show? Maybe. I mean, I don't think a lot of the horror movies have been turned into wildly successful TV shows. Actually, off the top of my head, I can't really think of one that I adore. But if I'm being honest, I hope Child's Play's it, man. I mean, the hunt for a serial killer could be fine. I just don't know how you can have Chucky in one place for that long and still keep it mysterious or have any kind of tension building when he's just, on a murder spree. He's a murdering little doll. That's really all he's got. Like, if he stops murdering, we don't want the scene where he's put in plastic and he's doing his, Werner Herzog, like, oh, it was this man. Was I always in a box of plastic with little rubber hands and batteries? I mean, maybe perhaps that is all the man is a toy in the plastic with the batteries that are always running out. It is hard to say for any certainties. Right? Like, I don't want to see Chucky having existential crisis. I don't want Chucky to have a scene where he's about to stab a cat and then be like, oh, but the cat brings so much joy. Oh, but he poops inside the house and doesn't flush. Oh, but he's so fluffy and that purring sound is delightful. Like, Chucky's not a character that exists to have those moments, right? He is an impish devil-may-care slaughter machine. So, actually, I forgot. We even saw Chucky made a cameo in Ready Player One by Steven Spielberg. That's how big Chucky's become, right? He's one of the, main images people remember from the movie that celebrates all of our pop culture. I don't know. I think this is going to be a tightrope. This is going to be hard, but I really like the shows that Sci-Fi's been putting out recently. I think Sci-Fi's, new direction from years back has been wildly successful. I think they really know what they are, and they're doing it exceptionally well. So that's the exact right place you would want something like this to land. I like Child's Play. If I'm not mistaken, they're bringing Don Mancini in to, kind of helm the ship, have a little input in what, not necessarily run the show, but like he'll have input as I understand it. Hopefully I'm not wrong on that. But I'll be there. I'll be watching it. I'm very interested to see what spending 12 episodes with Chucky looks like. I guess that teaser is successful then, right? If you want to see it. Granted, they didn't give us a good moment. There was no reason to watch that. I could have read a tweet that said, we'll see you in 2021 with a picture of Chucky from my childhood. So while it did nothing and showed us nothing except for a pawn shop, which might be a weird setup. If that's a toy store, that's the saddest fucking toy store of all time. I think it's a pawn shop. So that's what I mean. I don't think it did anything, but just knowing that it's Chucky and it's going to be on TV, I'll be watching it. So intended or not, perhaps very successful. Very much like Charles Lee Ray choosing to be in this hideous little ginger doll. I would argue he might have been a more effective serial murderer after that. So Sometimes it works out, guys. All right, I hope this trailer reaction worked out for you. Again, leave your thoughts in the comments. What do you think this show looks like? What do you think's going on here? Other trailers that you know are coming out or just came out that you would like to see us talk about? I'm trying to get Alex in for the next wave. We got a gang more. Also, any films you want us to talk about on Film Alchemist, comic book stuff, whatever. Get at us, and we'd like to hear about that. You can email us, filmalchemistpod@gmail.com. You can find us on all your social medias. If you do listen to Film Alchemist on a podcast app, please take a second and leave us a rating and review. It helps us out enormously. And click subscribe here. Some fun new content on the way. We're working on some kind of sketch ideas, some other things that we think will be very fun, and hopefully you guys will enjoy. So we'll see you in 21 to spend some time with Chucky.